Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon from Scratch. I'm Harry from Weed Fight Club, and I've been to a pre-release for Obsidian Flames that I thought you guys might find interesting. Let's take a look.
Alright.
Okay, so as you guys may know, we have a new set coming out soon called Obsidian Flames. I believe it's coming out August 11th. So on Friday, which was the 28th, we did a pre-release. Now, in the pre-release, you get a build and battle box, for those who don't know, and in that build and battle box, you get a small pre-made, core deck of 40 cards, and you also get 4 packs. And then you can improve on the pre-made deck with those 4 packs and play a game. So, you get a couple, designated starters. So I got the More Wild promo, and I also got the Toxtricity and Togekiss deck, which I found really good to use. I was a bit worried when I first looked through, because there's a lot of energy. But the Togekiss is a really good draw supporter in this format, and there was a rare candy. So now in every game I was using Jack, my supporter, to search out Togekiss and Toxtricity, and praying that I drew that rare candy to turn a Togepi into Togekiss as soon as possible. And then I added in loads of random type of basic Pokemon. So I had an Eevee with an Espeon, I had the Toxel, I had Ordino, I had Mawile, and I had Drampa. Because the Toxtricity attack is, I believe, 50. Let me double check. But yeah, so it's 50 plus 30 for each different type of Pokemon on your bench. Now this adds up super quick, especially when you're against the Palafin deck that was quite commonly pulled. So using this small combo, I ended up filling my bench with Artisan and the Solrock using the Kulfa family, I believe. The Ordino. I filled my bench up and I started swinging, and normally by the time I was set up and drawing all those cards, it took too long for my opponent to catch up, and I managed to win the pre-release. I ended up going 3-0. I played 2 Palafins and 1 Toxtricity, and honestly it was really fun. I will say I definitely prefer standard format, and there is another pre-release next week, but Obsidian Flames itself as a set doesn't interest me as much as I was hoping. Don't get me wrong, the Charizard is awesome. I'll throw some footage up of that in a sec, because we had 2 people pull alt art Charizards at the event, whereas I pulled a Greedent, I think, a Greedent EX, and I also pulled a Rhyme, which was full art, which is pretty cool, but no Charizard for me. But apart from that, in this set, there's not really anything I'm aiming to get competitively. I'd much rather spend my money on Silver Tempest, so I can try and pull some Lugias or some Arceuses and do Lugia Single Strike or Arceus Duraludon, something like that. But it's good to get practice in for tournaments, good to get, the idea of thinning your deck right and just sequencing plays. And it was a really useful time, and it was a really fun time. So I thought I'd do a little quick intro about that before we go back into our Pokemon from Scratch series. This time, I plan on looking back on the mistakes we made with Shampoo and how we can learn, and also going into Lost Box. Lost Box is the most complex of the 3 decks I've chosen, because you can make a lot of mistakes with flower selecting, and you can really screw your resources. If you don't check your prizing properly, and then you Lost Zone your only water energy, you're not going to be attacking with Dragonite, you're going to not attack with Greninja, that's a problem. If you get rid of all your Lightnings or Psychics, there you go, no Sableye for you, no Raikou for you. Forgetting to bring out Cramorant can be a big thing if you can't swing turn 1 otherwise. There's a whole lot to consider in this deck, but that also means it makes it very challenging and very rewarding to play when you do get that turn 2 Greninja swing. So, say you're going second, you manage to put 7 things in the Lost Zone using 3 Comfies, Chorus's Experiment, and a Lost Vacuum, then managing to power up your Greninja and take 2 things off the bench immediately. That's huge. Against a Gardevoir matchup, that can potentially be game. And against people who have weak starts, that can still potentially be game. It's as easy as that. Obviously, as the game goes on longer, you've got to be careful not to mill yourself out and things, but it's a good back and forth, thoughtful battle, which I really enjoy. Now, going on to Shampoo from last week. So, last week we played Shampoo, And it was really fun, and I really enjoy the deck. In fact, all of these decks are here in person, and the one I've played most in person and on live is Shenpao. Shenpao's cool. He's a saber-toothed tiger that searches energy. Also, he hits big numbers really quickly and really easily with Excalibur. Very rewarding deck, and also I have the gold Arceus V-Star from Crown Zenith, and I never really had a reason to use it. Now I do. It's really fun. I really enjoy it. The mistakes we made. Excalibur. You need 2 Excaliburs. People will boss up your Excaliburs and kill them. That's potentially a huge problem for you, especially as you discard all of your energy to hit those big numbers sometimes. If you've got no energy on the board, you're attaching 1 from hand again, and you have potentially no way of energy accelerating, which can leave you stuck for a couple turns. It's a bit of a problem, especially if you get like, you know, they boss up your... Or let's say they cross-switcher up your Excalibur. Take out Excalibur while placing down a Path to the Peak and Iono or Roxanning you. That's it. That's potentially a game lost right there. So it's things like that we've got to learn to play around. Keeping the Radiant Greninja up is also really important to try and play around those Ionos. And potentially another draw supporter, maybe a barrel or something. Also, playing the cross-switch is probably a good idea. Especially in the Arceus build, we can quite commonly search out at least 1 item spare. So if we can Arida, and then cross-switcher, and cancelling clone, we just need 1 piece in hand, and we can then pull up a Manaphy, take 2 things off the bench. It's a really good combo, something I intend on using a lot. So now let's move on. Let's go and see how Lost Box does in live, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, let's give Lost Box a shout. Not a shout. Shouting at it won't do any good. Set it as active. Let me go through the deck list a bit with you. So it's a very standard Lost Box deck list. Apart from the Galarian Zapdos, which I've added in too soon, so let's take that one out. That was replacing an Echoing Horn. Let's pop that one back in. Would help if I was in Trainers there. Echoing. There it is. Right, cool. So, fairly standard Lost Box list. We've got our main attackers in Sableye, Raikou, Greninja, Cramorant, and Dragonite. Manaphy to protect the bench. Drapion to counter the new matchup. Lumineon to search Colress. And then the big thing is Comfy. Comfy to use Flower Selecting to put stuff in the Lost Zone. So you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, you put 1 into the Lost Zone and 1 into your hand. So it's a good way to draw through your deck as well. We've got a lot of switching, because we need that to use as many Comfies in 1 turn as possible. Same with Boss's Orders, we want to get those Comfies out. Artson, exactly the same thing. Hisuian Heavy Ball. All of our attackers, I believe, are basic, yeah. So Hisuian Heavy Ball searches them out, especially if they're prized, always a good thing. Boss, because it's Boss. Clara to get energy from the grave and Pokemon from, energy and Pokemon from the discard pile, not the graveyard, that's a different game. Chorus, possibly the best card in the entire deck. Looking at the top 5 of our deck, put 3 of them into our hand and 2 into the Lost Zone. It's huge. So our ideal turn 1 will be going second, 3 Comfies, a Lost Vacuum on a Forest Sealstone probably, and then 2 in the Lost Zone for Chorus. Then we can use Mirage Gate. So you can only use this if you've got 7 in the Lost Zone and you attach 2 basic energy from your deck to your Pokemon in any way you like. It's insanely good. And it's not limited to once a turn or anything, it's not supported. Then we run 4 Water Energy because we want to power up that Greninja. And also Dragonite needs 2 Water Energy, 2 Lightning for our Raikou and our Dragonite, and then our Psychics for our Sableye. Without further ado, let's just hop in and see how it goes. Now this deck does brick a fair amount, but you know, it also has a lot of options. Sorry about that, just thought I'd turn the light on. It's getting a bit dark here, a bit earlier now. Good old British summer, we love it. Tails never fails. You'll probably hear me say that every single video, and you'll get sick of me saying it. But I mean, Tails never fails. Do we go first, second? No, we're going to go second. I'm not sure it's the right play. In fact, I'm fairly certain that's probably the wrong play. Well, to be honest, if we had a comfy instead of a boss, that'd be a pretty decent hand. Not a great hand, but we could get out 2 more comfies, or a comfy and probably a Greninja. Let's see what we get. We only had to mulligan once though. Manaphy and Luminion, those are terrible starters. But we do have an escape rope, so not the end of the world. And we do have a chorus, so it's good we went second. Going second and not grabbing not having a chorus to use would be really quite a pain. I wonder what we're against though. Let's have a look. So Manaphy starting. Everything on this Manaphy at the moment because Radiant Greninja runs rampant. Zamazenta. Is this Dialga? Maybe? I don't know this one. It's a lot of damage. Alright, let's give it a shot. So first off, we're going to Battle VIP Pass and look for our deck. So we've got all our comfies, we'll grab one of them. And we do have Radiant Greninja 2. We don't have, we only have one switcher at the moment, so I'm actually going to grab like this. So I'm expecting to draw. So let's use Radiant Greninja's draw. Another Battle VIP Pass, don't mind if I do. Let's grab the 2 comfies, because we need to use 3 comfies in one turn if we want to get a turn 1 attack, which would be really nice. We'll take that, we'll take the switch, and we'll take the energy. We might be able to swing with the Raikou here. So Raikou is 2 + 2 for each bench, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, we'll get 15. So if we can attack with Raikou this turn 1, that'll be insanely good. See if we can get it. So first off, we will switch card to a chorus. No, into a chorus. Into a comfy. That lightning energy is huge. We kind of want it in the deck though. I didn't check to see if there's another one in the deck. Mistakes were made, we're gonna have to take it. And then we are going to... How many are in the lost zone? You know what, we'll play it safe this time actually. We're gonna swing with the Cramorant, I think. I think that's actually a better play at the moment. Oh, how would you look at that? Ooh, indeed. Gonna attach the water energy. Oh. Mistakes. One more made. We should have. I don't know what we should have done. I think that was. Maybe we just risk it. We're gonna go into the other comfy and hope to draw into a switch. Would you look at that? No, that's... Oh, I nearly got it the wrong way around. So now this is even better because we're going to pull their Manaphy back out and we're going to hit it with the Cramorant. Huge turn for us. Wasn't particularly the strongest turn, but wasn't the worst either. We got rid of that Manaphy off the bench, and we've got Radiant Greninja already on the bench. We'll see how it goes. It's weak to fire, it takes 30 less damage, so we have to hit it for like 150. So I should say, this is the turbo variant of the Lost Box deck. I quite enjoy it, it's quite fun. Path to the Peak, that only turns off Greninja. Any energy, it only... Am I stupid or do we just attack? He hits us, we attack again. See, ideally we would have a penny here maybe, to pick one up off our bench. We don't need the Manaphy really, but, you know. Collapse Stadium would be nice to have. Game's rushing me. I think I do just attack. I'm not overly against that either. We've got the switches. Oh, this is Lost Box? Is this Lost Tina? No, it can't be. What Lost Box runs now? Well, I guess it must be Lost Salmon Center. Have a look at that Lost Energy. Mirage Gate Core. Yeah, I mean, it's Lost Box. Either way, this crown round is going to be work for us here. This might even take two or three prizes this game. That's 2 Mirage Gates gone. I did get rid of a Sable. I didn't double check to see if I had 2 in the deck. So this is what I mean about the decision making, especially on live. When that timer starts ticking, I make a lot of poor decisions. If we can attack with Radiant Greninja though, that would be huge for us. Jet Energy. I've got Jet Energy in real life. Obviously I've got it on live as well because live gives it to you. Part of me wonders whether it would be good to run in Turbo, because it does get you 2 flower selectings off of 1 energy, which is quite cool. The path to the peak is annoying, but it's not that bad. I just need to remember Luminion is not worth playing. I've made that mistake far too many times. They're just going to be building up some advantage here while I swing. Then it might be too late. But we've always got the Lost Vacuum, which hopefully we'll draw into if we need. We can still use flower selecting, so if they do take a knockout, we're not too worried. We've got a Switcher, we've got Nest Ball. How many do I have in the Lost Zone at the moment? 4? 5. So we're not far off of Mirage Gating, so we can still swing with the Raikou. I think ideally we swing with the Greninja this turn. So to do that, we need to put 2 more in the Lost Zone. We could draw into a Chorus, that'd be great. Oh, that Greninja's not Greninja, Cramorant is going to come up and be a problem probably. Clears up a bench space for us, gives us a switch. Gets rid of their switches. Are they going to switch cut into the Cram? I think if they, do we take 2 Comfies and leave the Zamazenta? I think we do. It only gets, yeah. We go for the 2 Comfies this turn if we can. Radiant Greninja can live being hit as well. We've already got rid of their Manaphy. The Super Rod is huge if we need more energy in the deck. We can also put the Cramorant back in the deck, but we don't need it now, so I'm not going to search for it yet. Take the switch card for sure. Right, we know we only have 1 Sableye. Right, so that's the 7. Do we swing with the... We can knock out the Cramorant. So I'm just thinking, we haven't hit a Water Energy yet. We could shuffle back in those 3. I mean, we're not locked into the Comfy. I think I swap out the Comfy here. As I said, I make dumb decisions when that starts rolling. If we get the Water Energy, we can attack. No, we can't. We need a switch, don't we? But we can set up for a big attack next turn. Yeah, no, what we do, pop this here. We shuffle back in the Cramorant and the 2 energy. And we'll search out that Cramorant. Pop it straight onto the bench. Now, do we Mirage Gate now? And put 1 on Greninja? Or 2 on Greninja? And then attach? I think we do, you know. We'll do that and that. We'll throw the lightning up front, retreat into our Cram. Let me pull the mic up further. I've just realised it might be quite quiet for you guys. I have to apologise. Let's take that crown with my crown. Now we've got a guaranteed attack with Greninja next turn if they don't boss it or find a way of getting rid of it. So maybe not Mirage Gating was a good idea. We also don't have any switches. But we can get rid of the Path to the Peak next turn, which would be good for us. Let's see what they lost sound. Sableye, Psychic Energy, and Mirage Gate. I really don't know what their list is going to look like, to be honest with you. We'll be able to attack with the Sableye quite soon, which will also be quite useful. We could take out a Comfy and the Zamazenta with the Sableye as well. There's a lot more thinking with this deck than the Shenpao, I'll definitely admit. So that's a retreat. Force retreat? Maybe into the Zamazenta? Yeah. I mean, is that just a sacrifice, or is... No, because they've attached the energy from hand, so they probably have a Mirage Gate. So they've retreated, so if they shuffle the Cramorant back in, which I'm guessing they will have done. Yeah. Cramorant and Manaphy, so they might go for a Manaphy search here. Raihan, so they're going to grab the Manaphy out. And attach an energy. So we shouldn't have used Radiant Greninja last turn, like we did. We will... So 15, 70, that's 120, so if they place the Manaphy down, we can take it as a knockout there. If we can power up the Sableye. I'm very hopeful we'll be able to do. We need a more... Ideally, if we get a Mirage Gate, would be very solid. I think I have to put the Comfy up front though. Greninja could at least take the knockout on the Zamazenta though. But I think this is the way, because we're going to ask on to get rid of the path anyway. We've got one Colress in here, right? Yeah, I don't think it's worth Palpatting yet. We could Luminion, search for a Colress, and hope that gives us the answers. Oh, we should have thought about that already. No, we can't Luminion, because that will take our Sableye slot. The energy for Sableye is huge. So now we just need to draw into a switch, really. Or a Mirage Gate to attach energy to... Yeah, we're definitely keeping that Psycho. Forest Seal, ooh, that would have been really good if I had a different Pokemon on bench. What do we do here? We go for another Cramorant swing, I think. That gets rid of the Psychic Energy though. But then we can Forest Seal Stone it back with the Raikou maybe next turn. Cramorant, the threat they just can't get rid of. There's only one in here, isn't there? Zamazenta is currently the only big threat. The Artisan will help them as well. Pokestop is good. So we've got another out path, but we don't really care about path anymore. If you notice anything I've done wrong, please don't hesitate to tell me. I do want to get better. Obviously, I've not played loads and loads and loads of games with any of these decks I'm trying. I'm just kind of taking them in and seeing how it goes. So if you noticed, hey, you could have done, I don't know, something, you missed lethal on turn 1, let me know. I won't be hurt. Just comment it, and constructive criticism is always a good thing in my eyes. This might be a bit of a longer video because the game is going on for a bit longer than the last video's game went. I think. Yeah, it is. So let me know if you prefer the longer types of videos or maybe 2 games. I was planning on doing a couple games with the deck for this video, but it's looking like it'll just be the one. I should have expected that because I know Lost Box was struggling for ties in NAOSC because there's a lot of decision making. So a lot of the time, you know, people ran to time. They got Lost Zones and Escape Rope. That jet energy does seem really good. But that's it, energy attached, not powering up a Pokemon. There's 3 energy in their discard. That's probably all their metal energy, I'm assuming, gone. So let's say they run 4 metal, 2 turbo, 2 psychic? I don't know. Either way, it's very interesting. Be another Mirage Gate gone. Boss. It is nice to see a Mirage Gate, a boss gone, to be fair. I don't run Canceling Clone this deck, and I kind of wish I did. But then again, the Sableye attacks can be huge. But then I haven't got enough space on my bench to search for Flower Selecting. If they fall back into the Manaphy, that would be a dream. Probably going to fall back into the other Comfy though. How many are they going to have? That's 7. This will be 8 in that last zone. So I'm guessing they didn't have the Mirage Gate in hand. Okay, never mind. Don't update live. I'll go out and back in. Switch. So another switch is gone. They end their turn. That'll probably be... Right, so let's see. They've got 3 metal out. So it was 2 energy. And the Zamazenta. They could get the Zamazenta back out with the Artisan. But if they do, I'm just going to bring it up and start hitting it sooner. I don't think they're getting an attack this turn. This is an intriguing game. That's a Crown round. They'll switch into Crown, knock my Crown. So what do I put up front here? Do I put up the Greninja because it can retreat? That Raihan. What are they searching for? Haven't they already retreated this turn? Can you retreat more than once per turn? I thought you could only retreat once per turn. They might be making a misplay. I might be wrong. Let's see which one it is. I've never seen anybody power up the Cramorant before, I've got to say. I'm guessing it's for a retreat next turn though. Honestly, if we could Sableye their Crown, that'd be great. Or creating Greninja it. Which, well, Radiant Greninja doesn't do enough damage single target wise anyway. Ah, they've got the escape route. So I think we do put the Greninja up here, because it won't get knocked out. But then again, we kind of... No, we do put the Greninja up. It won't get knocked. Then we can just retreat it and swing with the Crown. They're likely to then two-prize it with a Sableye. Guessing that's their plan. Which is a very good plan. That Mirage Gate would be so good if that Cram wasn't there. That Manaphy wasn't down. Or if they managed to... I should have let them take the knockout. Sableye. Oh no, I think we're in a fine spot really. So what I think we do is we retreat into the Cram, getting rid of the Psychic Energy. So we're going to shuffle those both back into the deck. Is it just 2 Psychic Energy back? Oh, maybe we also wait until they've knocked out the Greninja. And we shuffle that back in. I think that's a good shout too. Right, have we got 2 choruses in here yet? No, we don't. I think Pokestop will help them just as much as it'll help me. I think we just swing here. I'm guessing they're going for the Sableye this turn. Lost Vacuum is nice. They must have 10. No, they don't. They have 8, but they'll get to 10 this turn. They could also be going Kyogre, maybe. So they're running quite a lot of energy. So that is entirely plausible. If so, I mean, we're only running single prizes, so it won't be the end of the world. Honestly, if they took out 2 Comfeys, it would give me so much scope to play. But we do only have Psychic Energies in here, right? Yeah. So that means we know there's a Water Energy, at least 1 Water Energy in the deck, and 1, I believe both Psychic Energies are in the deck as well, actually. I don't think any. It's not really a good option here, I think. A Comfey would be the least noticeable loss, so we probably put up a Comfey. I think I do want to try and attack the Sableye this turn as well. Because I can take out that Manaphy and hurt one of the Comfeys. Sounds really dark, doesn't it? In fact, hurt multiple Comfeys. 70, then like 20-20. Ah, Sableye. There we go. We were expecting the Sableye, that's not a problem. And a power up on the Sableye. That means the Greninja is gone, and this Comfey is probably going to stay where it is. They're going to take 2 prizes here, probably. It is a bit rough. We're going to take 1 prize on retaliation. Can we take 2 prizes here with the Sableye? 70-70, no, we cannot. But we can get a knockout with the Cram, potentially. I think this will come down to a 1 prize game, you know? Yeah, that's expected. Probably 100 on the Crown. 10. Oh no, it's going to take the 2 knockouts by knocking out Comfey. We keep the Crown. Well, we've got a guaranteed knockout next turn. They've got guaranteed 2 prizes next turn. If they can get a Sableye. Oh, this is rough. Ooh, that's bad. We need to find a way of getting rid of that Manaphy. They got anything in there? No, they don't. I mean, we definitely... Oh, no. No, Mirage, please. Right, that's super odd. All of that. Psychic here, water here. I think I'm gonna have just lost. They had a terrible start and we still... The Sableye. If we see a Sableye go down, we do lose the game. So let's just hope we don't see this. Oh wait, wasn't that other Sableye in the lost zone? We should have got rid of the Artisan. We could have poke stopped, got rid of the Artisan. We misplayed bad. Oh well. I've seen it now, and it's a bit late. Then again, they don't definitely have the energy for it. I'm guessing they super rodded it back into their deck. Probably Mirage Gate it out, right? No, they just had it in hand. Yeah, exact. Damn. Well, it was close. It was close. We could have won that game, potentially, if we didn't... If we just played the Pokestop. But hey, you know, every game's a learning experience. Next time we'll make sure we play the Pokestop. It's a shame I saw it so late, but let's try and see what we get in opening. And Iono is always nice, and let's end on opening a pack. Yeah, credits. Fido is cute. Fido? Judge is a very good card to have. I didn't realise that was Judgment's card in Fido. Torkoal, and last but not least, a full art Miraidon. It's 100 credits, it'll do. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let's go back to Outro Harry. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that game. That was quite a close one. It was a bit of a weird version of Lost Box running Zamazenta, but obviously quite strong, and it really shows how useful those Sableyes can be, especially against the Manaphies, because then the Manaphies can become an easy 2-prize knockout the turn afterwards against something with Rolts or Comfies, anything around that 70 HP mark. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the game. Feel free to follow us on all our socials. We have Instagram and obviously here on YouTube. We also run a Discord server where we run tournaments, and we've been playing quite a lot of Pokemon at the moment, so feel free to come and join us. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time for more Pokemon from scratch.